Hey friends, it's Rosie from iHeartRecipes, and in this video I'm going to show you how I make my Southern Smothered Oxtails in my slow cooker. So I'm going to start off with my oxtails. Now I want you to wash your oxtails, and I want you to decide whether or not you want to trim some of the fat. That's totally up to you. We're going to season the oxtails with some kosher salt and some freshly ground black pepper. And I'm also going to add some parsley flakes. Now if you've been watching me for quite some time, you know I like parsley flakes. If you do not, you don't have to use them. Now the next ingredient that we'll be adding is some Worcestershire sauce. Now you know I'm probably not saying it right, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm trying to say, right? So now I'm going to make sure these oxtails are nicely coated with everything that I seasoned them with. And I'm also going to sprinkle in some all-purpose flour. And that flour is going to help me brown my oxtails. Now this is how I make my Southern Smothered Oxtails. If you have a different way, that's totally fine. I'm only here to show you how I make mine. Now on my stovetop, I have this pan. It has some vegetable oil in it. I have my pan over medium heat, and now I'm going to brown my oxtails, all the surfaces of the oxtails. Once it's nicely browned to my preference, I'll remove the oxtails. I have some stuff at the bottom of my pan. I want to get it out, but I did save the oil. And now I'm going to make my gravy. So we're going to start adding in some all-purpose flour, a little bit at a time, and then we're going to whisk it until everything is nice and lump-free. Now eventually, this will get chunky like this. It's going to look like chunky peanut butter. Once it gets to that point and once it's that color, we're going to start adding in some water or beef broth. Now that is completely up to you. Beef broth does add more flavor, but water does work. I'm actually using water now. You're probably just going to have to season your gravy a little more if you use regular water. So now we're going to whisk everything. We're going to bring it to a boil. Once it's at a full boil, you will have an idea on how thick your gravy will be. We're going to start adding in some sliced onions. You can slice yours thinner if you want. And I'm also going to start adding in some fresh minced garlic, okay? So once those are in there, let's mix everything. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper at this time. Then you're going to mix it, and you're going to do a taste test, okay? Do a taste test with the spoon, but don't double dip because that is just plain nasty. No one wants your spoon in the pot, you know? So yeah, don't do that. So now let's head over to our slow cooker. Let's place all our oxtails at the bottom of that slow cooker. And now I'm going to pour the gravy all over those oxtails. Next, you're going to pretty much turn the oxtails. You want to make sure they're nicely coated with the gravy. And then we're going to set our slow cooker on high and let it cook for 8 hours. Don't try to rush anything. 8 hours, okay? Once your oxtails are done, this is what they look like. Of course, you want them to cool down because they are extremely hot. Let them sit for about 10 minutes before serving. And the gravy goes great over mashed potatoes or rice. I decided to go with rice this time around. I usually do rice anyway, or grits. And you know what? These were so good and tender. But I could tell you how tender they were, or I could show you. Let me show you, okay? Look how the meat just comes off the bone. That is 8 hours in the slow cooker. Don't forget that you can print out this recipe from my blog, as well as many more of my recipes. So head over to iHeartRecipes.com, and I'll see you soon.